Hey, what's up everyone? How you all doing? Now, Sauron's rework should hopefully be later this week, but until then, let's have a little bit of fun in today's video. If you could add any kind of a weapon into Warframe, what would it be? Whether it fit the Warframe actual art style or the aesthetics of the game or not, if you could add anything in, what would your choice be? For example, a proper bolt action sniper rifle with the bolt mechanics after each shot, or an explosive bowler gun that ties enemies up and then explodes, or a huge two-handed gun lance like say the Redeemer, only much larger, or even a proper repo blade like what you see in a game like Darksiders 2, just a huge blade. Hell, even if they just give us the Archwing repo blade, then that would be pretty cool as well in game. Now, Warframe already has a lot of weapons: 47 rifles, 3 spear guns, 8 laser beams, 18 shotguns, 8 snipers, 12 bows, 11 launchers. And that's just the primary weapons. We still have secondaries as well. So 37 single pistols, 7 continuous, 8 shotgun sidearms, 28 dual wield sidearms, and of course 12 thrown sidearms as well. We also have melee weapons, we have arcwing weapons, and we have amps as well. So you get the picture. We have a lot of destruction at our fingertips in Warframe, but it's never enough. We want more. Warframe is always adding more. I mean, it's kind of how the game fucking survives. A lot of these weapons that they add are just side grades of existing weapons, or maybe they're worse than side grades or slightly better. Some of these weapons are not unique, some are unique, like the Hystrix with its ability to switch elemental damage, the Zakti with its exploding darts, the Kraken's incredible ability to just plain suck, the Velt's secondary function that allows you to zoom in as well and see the whites of your enemy's eyes. But there are some weapon types that I would really love to see added into Warframe at some point, and I know they probably won't, but it's fun to dream, right? So that's what this video is about. Maybe your favourite weapon type from another game or a movie, an iconic weapon that would look absolutely awesome in Warframe as a Tenno styled weapon, or Corpus, or Grineer, or whatever. So these are the 5 weapon types that I would love to see added into Warframe. Feel free to share yours in the comment section below. First up, I would love a flail or a mace and a tower shield. I'm a tank at heart in every game I play, so this would be a weapon that I just honestly wouldn't put down. A huge flail or a mace in one hand and an intimidating tower shield in the other. Picture a character like the Crusader from Diablo or the Mage Tower Shield skin for warriors in World of Warcraft, and then imagine what kind of visuals and damage type you could have on that weapon as a Warframe designed one. A futuristic flail or mace and a shield. Think of it, the flail could be a spiked Grineer helmet hanging from a chain, or the head of the Magistar mace. Instead of it being a mace, it could be a flail. The shield could be made up of parts from Vehek's left arm, or even G3. You could have a Corpus version with some of the Jackal as the shield, and Ambulus parts as the flail for added graphic. The shield could even have a secondary function where you rush towards enemies and shield bash them. So you get the picture. It's a weapon type that would give you increased damage mitigation because of that huge tower shield, but then allow you to dish out some pain on a chain as well, and I would personally love one. Now, the next weapon type fits the ninja theme of Warframe a lot more than any of the other weapons in this video, and it is a two-handed Tetsubo or Kanabo, which was a Japanese war club. Also, apologies if I just slaughtered those names. Joys of having this accent. Basically, this is a huge feckin' stick with spikes or metal studs on it, roughly the same size as your Warframe, and able to dish out some serious damage with heavy attacks. These were used to try and break enemy armor or smash the bones that was underneath that armor. So imagine a Tenno styled one of these that had the ability to strip enemy armor. In fact, here's one from DeviantArt that I found online that was designed by a Warframe player a good few years ago. Or you could have an infested one that had some kind of a special perk to it, like the Legion has for attack speed, or a Grineer one that could cause maybe ragdolls or something like that, but not too much of a ragdoll because then it would be as annoying as fuck. Imagine having a double-sided Tetsubo. I know that's not really a thing, but imagine having one that could split in half so you could have a club in each hand. But the two-handed one would definitely deal more damage, especially now that Warframe intend to change the combo system in favour of those heavy attacks. Heavy weapons like this could have some serious fun behind them. So I would definitely love to see a Tetsubo in Warframe. So the third weapon out of those 5 wouldn't be as serious as the flail and shield or the Tetsubo, but it would be more for fun than anything else. And I know we will never, and I mean never, see one of these in Warframe because it doesn't fit how the game looks, but that's what this video is for, what ifs. And I would love an old school ray gun in Warframe. Call it a relic of an old age or whatever you want yourself, but I think it would be great having one of these in Warframe. And I know Digital Extremes had a character in their other game that they cancelled, Amazing Eternals, that had a weapon like this, so porting it across into Warframe might not be much of an issue. Honestly, even if this ray gun was just a skin for sidearms, then I would rock the absolute crap out of it. And I know Call of Duty had a ray gun in their zombie mode and it looked amazing, so you could alter the visuals of that to kind of look like a Grineer style or a Corpus styled one. But again, that's a weapon that I would personally love to have in Warframe, and I'm sure it won't be to everyone's liking, and it's not Space Ninja enough, so it doesn't really fit the whole theme of the game. But at the same time, Kubros lay eggs, so all logic is out the fucking window. Now the next weapon I would love to see make an appearance would be a Gauss rifle or a railgun. Not the Opticore, before you say that in the comment section, because it's classed as a laser cannon, but a railgun like what we had in games like Doom, like Battlefield 4, like Crysis, or even the Halo series. And I'm sure at some point you will have also seen railguns in a TV show or movies as well. So a Gauss rifle fires charged up electromagnetic projectiles that simply obliterate the target or groups of enemies. It hits hard, but again it has its downsides as well, like limited ammo or a slow fire rate, but at the end it hits like an absolute truck. And I mean, we already have railgun mows in the game, so you could literally just lop off one of their heads and run around with that if you want as well. And if you were to mimic the railgun mow attacks, then at the same time you would have some kind of a stun or stagger if you hit an enemy and it didn't kill them as well. Now in Doom, the Gauss cannon was crazy fun. Hell, I mean, even make it fire similar projectiles to the BFG in Doom as well. Everyone in Warframe calls the Opticore the BFG, but something like this would certainly take that crown, and it would give players who love the Opticore another weapon to enjoy as well. Imagine if it fired a round projectile similar to Nova's antimatter drop, but it arced lightning off this projectile as it passed enemies, dealing damage, and then it exploded on impact. Ah, so good. It would be so good in Warframe, but one can dream, right? We'll probably never see it, but you can dream. Now, the final weapon for me would be a proper, and I mean a proper minigun, not for Archwing, but for your Warframe. And no, the Supras, the Gorgons or the Tenora are not miniguns, they're more like light machine guns. I'm talking about a two-handed weapon held at your waist height with a rotating turret of badassery, one that you can't aim down the sights with, but it comes with about 1,000 rounds of belt-fed destruction. Inaccurate as all hell, but you don't care because you're mowing down tons of enemies, and it could get more accurate maybe the longer that you hold that trigger down. A literal weapon of mass destruction. Is it too much to ask that all I want is to stand in a narrow hallway of a ship and just until the sun sets and all that's left in front of me is the smoking piles of corpses? I mean, most game modes have an unending amount of enemies charging at you, so this type of weapon for me would make sense, but then again it might be too powerful and then it would inevitably get nerfed, but not until we're about 7 Forma deep into it, because you know that's what normally happens, right? Right? Yeah? I'm looking at you, random internet guy who has already made that comment on half of these weapons. Yeah, that'll be great, but they're going to get nerfed anyway. So that's 5 awesome weapons that I would love to see get added into Warframe. I'm sure that you have a few others that you would love to see as well, whether they're from a military standpoint or more Asian styled weapons, or even just for fun, like a laxative gun that evacuates enemies' bowels and they skid across the screen before eventually imploding. Maybe you're all for the idea of more space ninja styled weapons that are based off samurai weapons like the Nagamaki, which was an extra long handled samurai sword. Again, apologies if I just slaughtered that name. It was a sword that you held in 2 hands. So the Odachi, which we're going to be getting soon into Warframe, had a long blade and normal handle. This Nagamaki had the complete opposite. It had a really long handle and just a normal blade on the top. Or maybe you just want weapons that will blow stuff up. I mean, maybe you're thinking of weapons from games that you love, or movies that are your favourites. I don't know. Siren's rework, like I said, should be later this week. Do me a huge favour and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Warframe, and as always, thanks very much for watching.